What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Today I'm just going to be going over some of my picks for UFC 317. I'm not going to be covering the main event. If you want to know about the main event, go to my last video where I did a 20-minute video of the whole main event. You can skip to the end of that video to get my prediction for Oliveira versus Topuria, or I'll say a short summary of it, at the end. But I'm gonna go through these three fights pretty fast. Justin Tafa versus Jonata Deniz. First of all, before I talk about these, this is the best you can do for UFC 317. What is this? One early prelim fight of Justin Tafa versus Jonata Deniz. Justin Tafa is a early prelimer of a Apex fight night. And two prelims. Now, prelim of Tracy Cortez versus Vivian Araujo and Jack Hermansson versus Gregory Rodriguez. That's not bad. Those are pretty good prelims, but why why is like why is there only two? We don't know. And then just an opening card of Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. There could have been way better fights on this card. Paulo Costa, he got moved to another date. Of course, he pulled out again. But come on, I thought this card could have been better. I thought it really could have. Justin Tafa versus Jonata Deniz. I'm going to go with Jonata Deniz. He's simply just better at mixed martial arts. Vivian Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. I'm going to go with Tracy Cortez. I think she's just more well-rounded. But I don't know if she's that focused on the sport. I don't know if she's that dedicated. But like Vivian Araujo, she's not that good. If you just look at some of the stats here too, Tracy Cortez, she's taller, her leg reaches more, and then but the reach of Vivian Araujo could be a problem. But I think Tracy Cortez is gonna make it scrappy, and I think she'll get a decision, and they'll probably favor her in a decision. Now, Jack Hermansson versus Gregory Rodriguez. I'm gonna go Greg. Holy shit! I just had a stroke there. I'm gonna go Gregory Rodriguez. I think he's in a 3-round fight. I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna knock out Jack Hermansson in probably two rounds. He's humongous, absolutely humongous. I don't even know how he makes 185. I don't even know how he would even make 205 if he fought there. He's humongous. Look at what he almost beat Jared Cannonier. He was doing very good against Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier. Learn how to say it properly. Now here's the thing, Jack Hermansson, he does have more of a reach, but I think Gregory Rodriguez, I think he's just bigger, he's stronger. Jack Hermansson could try grappling, but I don't know about that. I think Gregory Rodriguez knocks Jack Hermansson out in two. Now Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. This is an interesting fight. What are the odds here? They don't have the odds posted, but I'm not too sure about this, honestly. Both big prospects here. Peyton Talbot, as we know, got fraud check. I wouldn't say it was a fraud check, but actually maybe it was a fraud check. But Barcelos is pretty good. Peyton Talbot recently lost to Barcelos in a 3-round fight. Just got exposed with the grappling. Felipe Lima, man, he's good. His striking's good. His what's it called? His grappling is good. He's a grappler. Very good prospect coming from a different organization. I think he's only had 2 fights in the UFC. They're good fights. It's a really hard fight to pick. Now, the thing is, I think stylistically, Felipe Lima is probably a better fight, but Peyton Talbot being longer and being longer is going to be hard for Felipe Lima to get on the inside. But I'm still going to go with Felipe Lima. I think he turns this into a scrap. I really do think he does. I think Peyton Talbot's going to try to pick his shots properly. But Felipe Lima, he's a guy, he'll go 1-2 and then leg kick. And he'll keep following up. He might shoot on Peyton Talbot. It's going to be mostly a standing fight. But I think I'm going to go Felipe Lima. I think there's going to be a pretty decent amount of clinching. I think Felipe Lima is going to clinch a lot. I think Peyton Talbot's strong, though. I think he'll be strong in the clinch, and I think you'll see some good things from Peyton Talbot. I could see Peyton Talbot beating Felipe Lima, but I think Felipe Lima is actually going to make it a scrap. I think he's going to... He follows up after he does a 1-2 with kicks, with more punches. He'll shoot. I think he'll beat Peyton Talbot in a close decision. Maybe split decision. I think it'll be a war. But here's the thing. Peyton Talbot can't play his game with Felipe Lima of just being, looking all like cool and stuff and picking his shots right. You can't do that with Felipe Lima. I think Felipe Lima is going to be more active. He's an active fighter. And I just think he's not necessarily going to try to pick his shots right. He's just going to try to get more shots in. His activity is going to be more. And I think it's going to come down to Felipe Lima having more activity. Not necessarily hitting Peyton with the better shots, but hitting him with more shots and being more active and pushing Peyton Talbot back, getting in the clinch, doing nothing with the clinch. I think Felipe Lima wins a 29-28 decision here. Maybe split decision, we'll see, but I think Felipe Lima gets this. I really do. Now, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I'm excited that they rebooked this, man. Obviously, this was supposed to be UFC 311 on the Arman Tsarukyan versus Islam Makhachev card. Of course, we all know what happened. Renato Moicano went out there and beat Islam Makhachev. Just kidding. Obviously, we know Islam submitted Moicano in 4 minutes, 3 minutes or something. I don't know. The odds are pretty close here. But I think they're in the right favor. I like that they're close because I think a lot of people are underestimating Beneil Dariush. I know he's coming off of 2 knockout losses, Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira, but he's still a really good fighter, man. He's still really good, man. Like, he's very skilled, but I think he loses in the striking here. I also think this fight's going to be in the clinch a lot. And I could see even Hanato be doing better than Beneil and even getting more dominant positions on Beneil in the grappling, in the clinch, maybe getting a takedown on Beneil Dariush. Renato Moicano's body lock is very good, but I don't see, like, a guy like Beneil Dariush, his grappling is so educated. I don't see him really getting taken down by Renato, but I can see Renato getting that body lock, getting a takedown for a second, then them getting back up. But I think Renato beats Beneil Dariush in the striking, and I believe because Renato Moicano, his Muay Thai is very good. He has good punch. Go, guys, he knocked down Islam Makhachev. Are we not talking about that? He knocked down Islam Makhachev. He was dogging, playing around, styling on Islam before Islam took him down. It's a joke, but it's not really a joke that he connected on Islam and made him knock him down. Not just that, his striking still is very good. I think he beats Beneil Dariush. I think he catches Dariush against the fence. I think it's going to be after a clinch exchange where they get off. Renato goes back in and catches Beneil Dariush on the fence. Round 3 probably. No, round 2 I would say. Now, Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval is a sick fight. Now, this was originally supposed to be Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape, but Manel Kape broke his toe in sparring. No, not even his toe. He broke his foot or something in sparring. I was devastated when I heard that news because I was really looking forward to the Brandon Royval and Manel Kape fight. And I even said, I was like, okay, the perfect person to replace Manel Kape would be Joshua Van. And that's what they did, man. I swear the UFC is listening to my mind, But these are literally like I have 3 favorite fighters in the flyweight division. First is probably Manel Kape. Second is probably Joshua Van. Third is probably Brandon Royval. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna put them in order. All 3 of those fighters are just my favorite fighters in the flyweight division. No order. I really want Joshua Van to win here, but I really want Brandon Royval to win. It's tough, but I'm not going on who I want to win. I'm gonna go off who I think is gonna win. As much as bro, do I know how to speak, man? as much as it would be cool to see Joshua Van go out there and beat Brandon Royval, I just think Brandon Royval's too lanky, man. He's a big guy for 125, and he's so well rounded. I could see him getting a takedown on Joshua Van, but I just think Brandon Royval's he's gonna kick Joshua Van a lot, and I could see him landing a couple takedowns on Joshua Van, and I see him being just too lanky, just a little too lanky for Joshua Van. Now, I believe Joshua Van makes this a scrap, though. I think his boxing is so good. He's like Petr Yan, just like low-key a better boxer than Petr Yan. Let's not. I know people might get mad if I say that, but Joshua Van's boxing is so good. It's probably top 5 in the UFC right now. It is so good. His boxing's so good. I could see Joshua Van beating. It's a 3-round fight, right? But I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval just because of the experience, and this is a huge jump up for Joshua Van. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval. I think he just picks the better shots, and not necessarily picks the better shots, but Joshua Van sometimes is a little too patient, and in a 3-round fight, I just don't see it being that good, and yeah, like Brandon Royval isn't a guy to just let you be patient and like pick your shots. He's gonna go at you. He's gonna pick his shots that he wants. He's gonna try to take you down. He's gonna try to do everything. I think Brandon Royval gets a decision here, 29-28, close decision, but he'll get 2 rounds. I think Joshua Van will probably I think Joshua Van will win the last round, and it'll be like, wow, can't wait to see this future matchup again type thing. But yeah, I got Brandon Royval. Alejandro Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. I was thinking, I'm like, Kai Kara, that's probably the guy they're gonna do next. Kai Kara don't even deserve this title shot. Let's be honest, guys. He's coming off of 1 win. Let me just look at, because I was tripping out before. I'm like, Kai Kara, what has he really done? I mean, he's done a lot, right? But he's coming off of 1 win versus Steve Ercik. He lost a decision to Amir Albazi before that. Lost to a TKO to Brandon Moreno before that. He's coming off of 1 win. In his last 3 fights, he's won 1 time, and it was against a number 10 ranked guy in Steve Ercik. He's not better at mixed martial arts than Alejandro Pantoja. I know these guys fought on the Contender Series, whatever. I think Pantoja gets Kai Kara France down. I think it'll be like a war, though, where Kai Kara probably wins 1 or 2 rounds. But I think Pantoja gets him down, wins a decision. I really do. I got nothing much to say about this. Pantoja's really good. I want to see him versus Manel. I want to see Pantoja versus Manel Cap. If they could get Manel Cap back in there with someone for a title eliminator as soon as they can. I want to see Pantoja versus Joshua Van. If Joshua Van beats Brandon Royval, that'll be pretty sick. But yeah, I got Pantoja decision win. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Guys, go to my other video and watch that. I'll put that video right now, actually. I'll put it right now, right here or right there. Go watch that video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. But I chose Oliveira, and go listen to my reasonings why.